teacher of logic, Dr. Deacon, Ananias, teacher of logic, teacher of logic, Dr. Deacon, Ananias, teacher of logic, Dr. Deacon, Ananias, teacher of logic, Dr. Deacon, Ananias, teacher of logic. Another good lecture, another good lecture, another good lecture, another good lecture. Another good lecture, 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 another good lecture.
The bell is rung, and class is now in session. Broadcasting coast to coast from beautiful Montana, put your chin in your hand and think along with your resident professor of philosophy, Father Dr. Deacon Ananias Sora.
Hello, everybody. Camera fixed. Let's see who's in the house. Only 3 people. Sorry, I should have announced earlier. I was going to do this, but I wasn't sure with the schedule of events and stuff that I was doing, errands, where I would be, and if I could actually do a stream. So, okay, up to 7, that's better. Anyways, welcome. I have a few announcements, questions to ask, questions for you to ask me, and yeah, I'm excited. Hello, Rachel. Good to see you. So, as a lot of you know, I'm a professor of philosophy at Carroll College, as well as Fullerton College, and, well, I teach philosophy. Now, the unfortunate thing is college is expensive and time-consuming. Often it's woke, heavily bureaucratic, and so it's been my honor to actually, in other words, I've been honored to actually, in times past, take those and record my own lectures for you and present that at a discounted rate. Is the video lagging, anybody? How's the sound? Sound okay? Let me see what... Okay, sounds good. No lag. Check. Okay, all good. Thanks, Rachel. Okay, so typically what I've done is I've sold lectures, hour-and-a-half lectures on various topics. They usually range from about 21 to 22 lectures at an hour and a half each. And they're university lectures. If I could share, for example, a pricing plan for those, then my announcement is gonna mean a lot more to you all. So let's just pop up here. I'm gonna do saving. And that's what I've been typically offering to people. Let's see. Who is this guy? Is this a joke? James Pierce. Why would I pay attention to a liar and thief like you? I'll assume the best, so I'll assume you're joking. And that was a funny joke. Okay. Oh, is it? So James Pierce is well known, is a creeper, stalker, obsessive compulsive that tells lies, that non-liars are liars. If not, here's a logic exercise. If James Pierce is not the weirdo creeper in the van outside who's been creeping and telling lies that non-liars are liars and non-thieves are thieves, then James Pierce is a comedian and telling a funny joke. That's called a disjunctive. And so there you go, James Pierce. Why don't you go ahead and just send me a donation right there. James Pierce, I'm going to give you the donation link right here. By the way, Rachel and Andy are going to help me set up my dono chat. Shout out to Rachel and Andrew from the Crucible. James, why don't you just go ahead and send me a donation right there, super chat. Just prove the world that you are actually the comedian and not the other creeper outside the van. Would the real James Pierce please stand up and give a donation super chat and support Patristic Faith in our ministry and providing the public service of education, logic, philosophy. No, James Pierce not there? James Pierce, is that you outside? Is that you, James? Dr. Moore in the house. What's up? Good to see you, buddy. Nihilism. Alright, where was I before I got distracted by James Peepers? Peepster. Creepster. Oh yeah, I remember. Philosophy. Philosophy courses. As far as that pricing plan, that I just gave you the logic lectures. But I do have, let me just pull this up. Where is it? I hate this when the computer restarts and then I have to. Okay, pop it all back up. No. We have epistemology. 22 lectures. That you get 24, you get 2 bonus lectures for that. Introduction to philosophy, 22 lectures. Introduction to ethics, 27 lectures. And again, these are all roughly about an hour and 15 minutes to an hour and a half. Philosophy of science includes 23 lectures. Logic and critical thinking, 21 lectures. Political philosophy includes 15 lectures. And all of those at that pricing plan. Some of those do require purchasing a book. I was unable to secure a deal of getting like a free book. Okay. Any questions about that? Now I think, and those are always available. They're pre-recorded. But I'm going to launch something even better. And I want to share this with you. Because those are just lectures that you watch on your own. And I was thinking about, wouldn't it be great if I could actually offer you an actual course, just like the university, that's more interactive. And so what I did is I secured this deal from one of the platforms that we use at one of the colleges, Canvas. Now, I've already built 2 courses, and they're ready to go. And I'm going to charge a little bit more for that. That's going to be $8.50. I'm going to explain why. Let's see. Let me come here to the dashboard. And I'm going to share this. So I'm going to kind of run through how I built these courses. So it's much more interactive. You're getting much more for the price than you would just buy an individual lecture. Now, you can always do the individual lectures if you want to do that. But this is a full-on course. This is where you would really learn stuff. Okay? All right, let me share. So you get audio here. 1 second. I'm going to go back and redo this. There's something in the capture that's making... What?
No one can hear you. When you switch to Canvas,
I know. I got it. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Right, I think I've got it figured out. Okay, so sorry. So sorry. Alright, let's do this again. So something got switched off, basically, on the window capture. So I have fixed that now. I fixed the mic. And I'll just re-explain everything. Okay, ready? So let's go back. Forgive me. This stuff always happens with OBS. Like, whatever you set up, the next time you come, it gets all deleted and reset back to... Okay, let's do it again. Now audio is coming in. Okay, so here's the canvas. This is where I've built my courses. I've built 2 courses so far. And it takes a lot of work. It's not simply just recording videos. And again, that's why for $8.50 you get a lot more. In fact, with each of these courses, you even get office hours, where you get, let's say, once a week, you get to set up a live time, like on a Zoom or Skype or something like that, where you can do Q&A, get tutoring and stuff like that. So it's more interactive. But let's just take a look again, and I'll explain how these basically work if you were to sign up for this. Now, typically in a university, all of these courses, which I'm going to build more, all the ones epistemology, philosophy of science, ethics, political philosophy, etc., will all be built, but they take some time. These are all built and they're ready to go, although I haven't launched it yet. I'm going to have, obviously, people sign up because there's going to be a particular date to sign up, because it's going to be a full course. It's going to be typically university courses are 16 weeks, but 16 weeks is a long time, so I'm going to condense these into 8-week courses. Okay, let's just, for example, we'll take a look through the introduction to philosophy, and then we'll also take a look at logic and critical thinking. So if you come here, you come to the home page. Now, I'm going to click on student view because that's what you'll see. And I can come back and show other things. But as you come onto, if you signed up for the course, and you can log into your Canvas, and this is what you'll see. You'll see the home page. You have a calendar, you have inbox where we can write each other, and you get recent announcements welcoming you to the class, announcements about first class, the first day of class, etc. Now, if you scroll down here, you actually have links to the modules, other resources, the syllabus. Let's take a look at the syllabus right here. This takes you to this page. So you see how much more you're getting, right? It's much more involved. I'm telling you, it's a university course. You're really getting that for a fraction of the price. Here you get a course description for each course. You get the course objectives. Now, this is Canvas. This is the platform that's used. If you were to have any technical problems, I've actually provided the number to call Canvas, and even a help icon where you can write for IT help. Here in the syllabus is a breakdown of the assessment. Yes, it's a course. It's not just watching the lectures. It's the best way to learn is that I'm involved in assessing you, giving you assignments, and you working through your materials. So you get homework each week, and then that counts as 25% of the grade, because in the end, I'll actually give you a grade where you see, like, well, how well did I do in the class? How well did I really get this? Now, because it's an online class, you'll see, how do I attend an online class? It's not an in-person. Well, I have an explanation here. I even have frequently asked questions. This is called an asynchronistic course, right? That means there's no live lectures other than live office hours. And so it tells you, gives you some tips about time management and things like that. So much more you're being given, right, through this than if you were just to buy. And again, you can buy the other lectures. I'm not going to do away with that. But this is for somebody that wants more. If they really want to solidify the materials that they're learning, this is what you're looking for a fraction of the cost that you would sign up at a university. And so each week I have a check-in assignment where I have you do something. It's a small assignment, but it lets me kind of check in on you and you in staying actively engaged in the class. It helps me kind of monitor where you're at too, which is really good. There's quizzes throughout the 8 weeks that I'll grade and will give as 15% of the total grade. I'll even have you do a philosophy project. You put together some type of video or some short little paper or presentation, which you'll submit to me, and I'll grade that. It'll be 10%, and I'll weigh that as 10% of the total grade. I'll have you come up with a rough draft so that I'm working with you on how to write philosophically and critically. And then a final persuasive argument of paper based on that, which will count at 15, and a cumulative exam. So in the end, you can really see, did I get it? Well, you actually at this course get a letter grade, so you can see how much you actually got of that. Breakdown of each, an explanation of the grading, attendance, assignments, paper, project, further details here. And again, keep in mind, I'm going to take this 16-week course, and I'm going to cram it down into 8. So I'm going to change this for you. But here you get a breakdown of each section, additional materials if you wanted to actually do further reading. And you see that this develops both chronologically and topically and thematically as well. So you have philosophy of religion, where you talk about God and philosophy, epistemology, philosophy of science, philosophy of time, philosophy of mind, ethics, a review for the exam, and etc. And then here, look, I've even built in all the assignments, right? And I'll obviously hide these when you sign up and put new due dates and release them as week by week as we go through. Now, if you come here, you can actually see your assignments that are assigned to you. You can check if I've missed anything, right? You've got philosophy class worksheets. You see I built it. So you can see how much work actually goes into this. It's not just winging it as we go along. It's actually has been built. It's ready to go. Again, I will hide all these assignments when one signs up for these and release them as we go by week. And a lot of people like this option right here. It's the modules, where I basically can actually put in each assignments and various files, because if you come here, these are actually files that I actually provide that are beyond just the actual textbook. So papers, study guides, PowerPoints, etc. You have your quizzes. You even have a place for discussions, right, between fellow students and the professor, you can check on your grade, and then if I create additional pages beyond the home page, they'll actually be put in here. Now we come back to the home page. Now let's just see if anybody has any questions so far. How's everybody doing in the chat? No, this has to be done. Unlisted logo says, is there a schedule? This is a schedule. Now, of course, like if you miss a week or something, like I'm not going to penalize you. But the idea is it's supposed to be on 8. We should be doing these assignments and these different things every week. If you miss a week or something like that, I'm going to make it that's fine. But it really is a course. So let's say we get like 10, 20 people signed up. That's why we all want to be doing it together. It's just more effective pedagogically and better for learning the material. Let's see, what else? I can't believe the audio went out. Every time. Always something. Okay, will these WASC courses qualify me to be unemployed in Canada? Well, I'm not employing you, so yeah. I'm not your employer. And by the way, too, I'll be working to eventually attempt to get these things like certificates. So what I could do is at the end issue like an informal kind of certificate of completion, so that if these were ever to get accredited, as I work towards that, we could give you that retrospectively to apply. This is also these syllabi, these courses are all courses that I teach very much like this at accredited colleges and are approved. So it meets the standard of requirements for at least the American Board of Accreditation. So it shouldn't be, too difficult in the future moving forwards to get something, at least like a certificate, or to have those qualify for transferable credits or something like that. I would really like to work on that for you guys, so that's definitely something in the workings. Yeah, the breaking of the wrist. See what I do for you? I'll break my wrist for you. Okay, let's go back. No, unlisted logos, that's a great question. Will 16 weeks of contents be crammed or into 8 weeks, or you're cutting out 8 weeks? No, it's going to be crammed into. And again, I might keep that course open longer than obviously 8 weeks, but like if you need to kind of go at your own pace and stuff like that. But ideally, yeah, you want to try to finish all of that and stay up with the class to get the most out of it. Yes, this would help with a technical writing career. In fact, one of the things that I go over in actually teaching how to come up with the rough draft and writing is, look at this, the Philosophy Student's Writer Manual and Reader's Guide. So I can actually give you some tips. This is one of the books that I work off of not only how to read critically through difficult texts, but how to take great notes, how to engage the text, and how to actually write, how to kind of brainstorm, how to create outlines, rough drafts, and help with grammatical devices, citations, research, all this. So Yeah, I think it's a great deal. Like $8.50. I haven't actually officially released it for sign up. I'm part of the reason what I'm doing with this too is just to see how much interest there is in people signing up for a course like this. And then when I start collecting some data, further data about what you guys think, things that you would maybe like for that course that you don't see actually present, I'll officially announce signups. Also, one idea too is that I know for a lot of you, $8.50 is a lot of money. I mean, it's a great deal, you know, all things considered. But maybe somebody can't afford $8.50 up front, and so what I'd like to also do is offer a payment plan so that you can sign up for the course. It's going to be $8.50 for the course, and that's like I said. Some courses you get a little bit more lectures, but on average, 21 to 22 hour and a half lectures. Okay, moving on. Let's see if there's any. Now again, if I go back, if you don't like this, and if you just want to get a taste of what some of the lectures are without buying in to this whole $8.50 thing, all the courses that I mentioned, that's the epistemology with 22 lectures with 2 bonus lectures, so a total of 24. Introduction to philosophy, which is the one we're going over now, 22 lectures, hour and 15 minute, hour and a half lectures. Introduction to ethics with 27 lectures, philosophy of science, 23 lectures. Logic and critical thinking, 21 lectures. Political philosophy, 15 lectures. All of those are available at, and I'll just give a sample of the pricing plan for the logic course, but those apply to all of the courses that I actually just took, mentioned. For any of those courses, it's the same as this logic course. So if you don't want to sign up for the $8.50, you want to get a taste for what this is like, then you can do individual lectures. Remember, like I said, there's 21 lectures in the logic. All the other ones I'd mentioned the numbers. Or you can get $5 off for each bundle that you do of 2 lectures, and you can add those up. You could maybe do, I want to do 2 bundles of 2 each, which would be a total of 4 that you would get $5 off each bundle, which would be a total of $10 off. Or you could do a third of the course. I want to step it up a little bit. I'm going to do for $150, you get actually a free lecture. Or just do the full course, 22 lectures, 21 for $425. So you get 5 free lectures basically with that. And that's the standard $25, $45, $150, $425 for all of those courses, right? If you just want to get a taste of the lecture. But with those lectures, you don't get this. This is different. This is a full-on course where you have access to the Canvas website, all the materials, the once a week office hours, live office hours, discussions with students, grades, quizzes, all these different things for that. And in this, now you can go as fast as you want as far as the videos, because the videos, what I've done in building this course, I've actually embedded every single video. So this is what, if you came onto your home page, we came back here, it's the same thing, the home page. And you're scrolling down in your student view, all the lectures are already there. So the lectures won't be released week by week. So you could go as fast as you want through the lectures. The week by week is simply the assignments, the quizzes, the projects and papers and stuff due. Now, this is YouTube. There is a legal contract that you are not able to download or disseminate. This is within the syllabus. Instance is a legal contract. These are private videos that nobody else has access to, only those who purchase either the full course like this or the ones that I was mentioning before. But you see here, it's all embedded. They're all pre-recorded and ready to go. There. Here's my one on Old Spice. They must put an ad on though. I'm gonna have to go back and remove ads. Oh, I remember why on that one. None of the other ones have ads, but this one got set on an ad. Introduction philosophy. Yeah, okay, this is great. I mean, this stuff's great. Like, I love. Look at, you have the PowerPoints, lectures. Here you have your old boy Thomas Abu Aquinas. Here we must have been doing something about the new atheists and relating that to philosophy. Philosophy of Mind, lecture 17 and 18. I believe 2021 and 22. Sorry, 22 lectures. And this one are on philosophy of time, which is probably the best and most extensive and enjoyable of all those lectures. All right, any questions so far on that? Let's see what we've got going here. See if we get any super chats or donations. Again, your donations help. We have even bigger projects lined up that we're working on in Patristic Faith, but that stuff costs money, and so we can't do that without your help and financial support. So do please consider donating to Patristic Faith. You can go here. If you don't know about Patristic Faith, here's the donate link here, and we have different ways to donate. Okay. Also, just kind of off topic, join our directory. If you have a business, you don't even have to be Orthodox. I mean, you don't have to have an Orthodox company. But we're trying to build a directory so that we can help improve our Orthodox communities. Send in to chase@patristicfaith.com and we'll upload that. And you see we have different things: retail, trade, professional, scientific, technical services, media, information, agriculture, transportation, etc. So that we can help you too. So I forgot about that. I should make more announcements. We need more of this. So you can see here. And then if you're looking for something, it's best to go to your Orthodox brothers and sisters for business, right? That helps it keep it in our community. And again, if you aren't subscribed to here, so that you get our email letters, please do. And again, like I said, we have even bigger projects I can't wait to announce in store beyond just releasing these courses here that are really exciting, but we can't do it without your financial support. So please do consider, or even the smallest donations in your super chats and donations really does help. Okay, let's see. Let me go back to camera so that I can see if you guys have any questions on anything. I'm really excited about this. I'm really happy to provide this service for you at a really reasonable and cheap price. Better quality, cheaper, right? That's the way we do it here. There is, Unlisted Logos has a great question. You're coming up with excellent questions. Do you have, how much time should we spend per week on the course? Well, you see, I've already thought about that. And if we come here to the syllabus, let me pop this back up so all of you can see. I actually answer that. How much time should I allow for this course? Students should plan to spend a minimum of 16 hours per week of work for this class, which includes 4 hours per week of class time and 12 hours. That sounds like a lot, but if you break it up over, for example, let's see, if you break it up over 7 days, one second. And break that up through, let's just see here, at different points in the day. I mean, you could get that, for example, let's say you want to do 2 hours a day and Sunday off or something like that. You could break that 2 hours up for, hour in the morning and an hour in the evening. Do you see what I mean? Like, it sounds like a lot, but like a successful A+ student, that's how much time that you would put in right there. Try to allow for about 3 to 5 hours of work per day. That's including the lecture hours, or watching the lectures too, not on top of that, if that makes sense. By the way, how's the audio? I feel like there's something that... The audio is good when I'm on the camera, and then when I go to the capture, it changes. Is that right? I don't even know how you fix something like that. It could just be that it's taking up too much memory or something like that. I've heard that complaint before, and no one knows how to fix it. I mean, look, technically you could divide that in half, to be honest. When the camera goes to it. Oh, so it's bad now. Weird. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it sounds better. So Molly Apple says no good when sharing screen. And then Elizabeth says it's worse. Yeah. Yeah, I could do something like considering a 12-month payment plan. So, for example, 70 a month. That's doable, I think. Yeah, great question. All right, well, we're going to do the best we can with the audio. There's no way to really kind of fix that. Certainly not at this point. Let's look at the logic course that I built. Shall we? Yeah, it's... Let me just see something real quick. One, two, three. There you are, looking back at yourselves. One, two, three. I'm just looking at all the sources and stuff, checking that out to make sure. Everything's okay. Audio input capture. I have to come back to camera. Check this out, see if this makes a difference. One, two, three. Audio input capture. Hooked up to the preamp. And let's see if any of that sounds different. What are you guys saying? Okay, I'm going to just go forward. I'm not going to spend too much more time on this. Okay. Now it's all muffled. You go to share screen. I'm just going to, you know what I should do? I should just pull up my, and listen to myself on my, is that what Jay does? He's like, because I'm going to get different reports from all of you. Some are saying it's good, some saying it's no good. Does sound kind of weird, doesn't it? One, two. I'm listening to myself. Yeah, it doesn't sound that great to me. And it's buzzing and making weird. Does it sound like really oh, it's because of air conditioner. Alright. Alright. Somebody says it's good enough to be good. Enough. Whoa, dude. Wop, 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 wop. What if I put it up here and did an infinite loop, feedback loop, feedback loop, Feedback loop. Feedback loop. Okay. Get my ADD in control and back. Base homeschool mom's in it. And it got fixed. Yes! Yes, sir. That's right. Okay. And we're on.
Yeah, realistically, I see maybe you could actually cut this in half. This is typically in the university. This is almost kind of a copy and paste of like what the university wants you to say. You'd be fine cutting that in half. So good questions. It also gives an outline of what successful students will do. To really get the whole the advantage of the class, you'll do this. You'll log into Canvas every day to view announcements, discussion board, and actively participate. If you can't, you can't. That's understandable. And these are just some legal contractual things about not sharing instructional materials in my videos. In the Penal Code, Educational Code 78907, in which you will be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. I gotta put in there, I'm sorry. Protects myself and Patristic Faith on that. Okay, let's go back. I gotta leave student view to get access to the dashboard. The logic and critical thinking. And you'll see something very similar about recent announcements, etc. Course objectives, Canvas information, very, very similar, grading, attendance. The breakdown is a little bit different for the logic. 30% homework, 30% exams, then 15% the online attendance check-in assignments. And then we do a debate review. And then I have you write a paper as basically the project. That's 10%. And then we'll have cumulative exam. There's typically 3 exams and a final. Here's the book that we use. All this stuff's the same. And then it has a breakdown. Again, I'm going to crunch these 16 weeks into 8 weeks. Unless somebody really wanted to do 16 weeks, if you wanted to slow it down, maybe I'll take a poll on that. But 16 weeks is a long time. That's a full semester, and I just thought maybe it might be difficult for people to keep up that regular of participation and attendance over such a long period of time, but they could say, I could do 8 weeks. But here you have a breakdown of week by week, what all the chapters and topics that's gone over. Here, when exams are. And then here you've got the embedded lectures that are available to you watch at your own speed. There. And for example, you could come on here and you'd basically, so you've got the PowerPoints in here while I'm lecturing through. In fact, I go through both the textbook on this because I can pull this up online, as well as PowerPoints. Here it looks like in this section we're learning about informal fallacies. The Brooklyn Bridge is made of atoms. Atoms are invisible, therefore the Brooklyn Bridge is invisible. This is the fallacy of composition. We go over that. And obviously it gets more advanced as we go on. And it starts to look like this and this. Truth functions is usually as far as we get. Might throw in some extra ones for you. Predicate logic, just for some freebies on that. And then the course summary again. Most of the stuff as far as assignments will be hidden. You can see it right now, so you can see when I've already. I'm not lying. Is Creeper? What was his name? That was on here. Check it out. Check it out. It's Creeper, eh? Peter Creeper. What was that dude's name that was in here earlier? Call me a liar. So you know that I'm not lying. I deliver on the goods. All of that material is already built. The exams, the final exam, I'm not just winging it. All the course check-ins, the debate review paper, etc., etc., etc. Anyways, that is a glimpse
of what we at Patristic Faith are going to be offering, and very excited about that. Let's see if you guys have any other questions about anything. I'm going to build some more. I'm going to keep building, but I'd like to get some feedback from all of you. What if I do? Can I do like a poll? Facecam audio is really echoey right now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to switch it to the stupid. I'm not even going to use this expensive stuff. I'm going to switch it to the stupid computer microphone. And see. When the cheap mic ends up being better than the ready? Well, I can hear the air conditioner running. Whoa! This sounds awful. Womp 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 womp. Hello, 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 hello. Womp 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 womp. It's definitely not better. Right. Are you guys? There. Is it still sounding echo? We got the air conditioner running. It's not even hot. I don't even know why we have to have the air conditioner running. Oh, it sounds better. Sounds better indeed. Verily, it's better. What if I just talk like this? Office hours are live Q&A, yes. So that's an additional advantage too. So let's see. Poll. How do I do poll? 1 second. I'm almost done. This is too long. I got it. I'll have to do 1 second. Let's get some feedback on this poll right now. Especially if I offer a payment plan. Let's see, we got 2 votes. And remember, if you're still not confident, I don't know if you're feeling like our friend James Creeper earlier today, that I'm a liar and a thief, then you can sign up. You can always take the other classes, just paying for the lectures without the course. Individual lectures, you can get a taste, be like, is he really worth it? Is this really going to be worth it? So I think that's a great option. So you're not committed to $850. You can experiment with whether you like it or how fruitful it'll be for you with all those other courses that I offer. And then if you really think that, like, you know what, I'm willing to invest in this, in my education, and do a full course, an 8-week or 16-week course, then you can do it. So right now we got 4 votes. 75% saying yes, 25% no. Now keep in mind too, I'm gonna give a shout out to Jay Dyer here. And just so you know that I'm not making up a ridiculous amount or anything like that, let's go check out Jay Dyer, because he definitely offered a great one. Now he's obviously a lot more popular than I am. I can probably charge a little bit more, but just so you have a kind of a standard of what's actually charged. And it's not just Jay Dyer too, it's he did his courses through I can't remember the name of the group, but let me just show you real quick.
There he is. And you can get free photos of me dressed up in weirdo glasses, Miami Vice shirts too. So here Jay has the different books. A lot of these I actually use. I use that for my epistemology. These. And this proved to be extremely successful. So here Jay, for, I think this is supposed to be marked down from, oh, I remember. Live office hours is basically $1,200, $1,197. And if you don't get the live office hours on top, so the top of the pre-recorded, so you get 12 lectures delivered by Jay, 20 hours, 12 pre-recorded Q&A sessions, guest speakers, recommended supplemental resources, lifetime access to his site. So anywhere from basically $1,000 to $1,200. The full-on live course, like the same amount, would obviously be a lot more. So I'm providing, again, (22) lectures, hour 15 minutes, hour 20, 30 minutes, plus the Canvas access and developed course on the Canvas, the interactive and all the stuff that I'd said here, the grading, and the live Q&A for $850. So I think it's a great price. So I'm just giving you kind of like what the standard is, and that I'm actually offering a discounted even beyond that. And also
that I'll be actually working, because these are actually fully accredited courses that I teach in the university. They're really no different than what I do. You're getting the exact same quality education for much cheaper, that I'll actually be working in the future of trying to get you some sort of official certificate or possible accreditation or capability of being transferred. So I definitely could work towards that for you, so that retrospectively, if we were able to secure those deals through the accredited agencies and stuff, that we could retrospectively reward you those. All right, so let's see what the poll is now. Does that... $67, so we have 12 votes. That's pretty good. Okay, should we end poll? And who knows, too, maybe Patristic Faith could even launch, what do they call that? A student aid, where people can contribute specifically, where a portion of that money and proceeds goes to helping needy students. Students in need. Yeah, the big difference between when you switch those words. Those needy students versus students in need. I like the latter. But again, I'm having this stream so I can get feedback from you on ideas. What would you like to see different? Or what would you like to see? What are some of your thoughts on this? How can I make this more accessible or better for you? Let's do another poll. Says too long. I know, I'll have to just do... Still too long. What would you like to see in addition to the Canvas University courses offered? Or how can people make better? There you go. I couldn't get it all in, but you get the idea. Of course, a lot of this is, seen through the orthodox lenses. It can actually benefit. Here's your chance to weigh in right now. What would you like to see in addition to the Canvas University courses offered? That is the Canvas course itself. Or what or how can Patristic Faith make the courses better for you? Just gonna check, see if we got any donations or super chats for the questions. Anybody wants to donate would be much appreciated to help us in our endeavors here at Patristic Faith. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Also, leave a comment for the algorithm. Like, share. No super chats tonight. Let's see if there's any engagement with the Q&A. If not, I bid you all farewell. Let's see. Again, let me just end too, if you're not sold on this or you don't have the money at the time, what I'd suggest is, where is it? Any of those courses that I had actually mentioned.
This is just the ad for the logic, but I suggest go ahead and write me at esorm9@hotmail.com right there. I can use other emails, but that one's most frequently seen from the app on my phone, basically. So you'll get the most timely response to that. And if you can't afford, again, the $850 Canvas University course that we just previewed today, I suggest picking any of those classes: epistemology, philosophy of science, logic, critical thinking, or introduction to philosophy, ethics, or political philosophy at this price plan here. If you want to just buy an individual lecture, you think that's good, that's $25. Bundle it, get 2 lectures as a bundle, and you can add bundles. Each bundle is $45. Or you do a third of the course. Obviously it gets better the more you buy, because you get a free lecture with that, $25 savings, or 22. Full course for $425, which is 5 lectures. That's what I suggest. If it's like, well, I can't really afford the $850, I'll but I can still take advantage of those actual lectures, then do that. Get a taste of that, and see if it's something that you like.
Any other questions before I leave you tonight? And bid farewell for now. I need to get a sign-up list of who's interested, and then I'll come up with a release date. An announcement on when it starts. But to make it worthwhile, I'd like to get at least 8 to 10 students to do this. And that's worthwhile for you as well, not just for me. Because you have the interactions with the fellow students. If it's just one, or if it's just a couple, you're not going to get as much out of this course. I really want to give you as much bang for your buck with this. So I really need to start taking polls. That's why I'm doing this. I'm getting some of your feedback, seeing what your interest is. The next stage is to, let's see, I'm going to do one more poll. Do you prefer being an 8-week course or a 16-week? Because that's the other one I'm about to start. And I'll do more polls and kind of research too what's more preferable with your time schedule. I'll give you the oh, wait a minute. I think I messed up on let me end the poll and restart it. I just realized it was a yes or no question. Let's start poll again. How about just, do you prefer the 8-week as opposed to the 16-week course? You can go slower, but the 16 weeks will be a longer, obviously, investment for you. 16 weeks is a standard university course, unless you're doing a summer course, which then is 16 weeks crammed into 4 weeks, which is really intense. But it shows it can be done. So we're just doubling the amount of time that you would take a course at summer school or at a college or university. So on this Lotus is 16 weeks. Some people don't mind either way. Orthodox runs like 16. Looks like most people are voting for 16. There's advantages to that. Again, the only, and it's not quite a disadvantage, it just means I'm making a commitment for 16 weeks of my life. Right? But I think you'll be committed. It's not like it's $25. $850 is enough to have you invested, I think. That's another reason why I chose that number. Just taking polls and data about what master's courses are, what kind of standard. I give you a J Dyer, and then bringing that as a discounted rate for you as well. Okay, everybody's linked to 16. I don't have a problem with that. I do not have a problem. I don't actually have to adjust the course on that in the syllabi because it's all actually set up, as you saw today, as 16 weeks. Good. Other questions before I leave? So again, once I get some more data, more interest, the next stage is I'll actually set up like a sign up of who's actually interested. Once I get the numbers, and we do the same thing in university too. There's like a census date, so you have to reach a minimum number that's set out, which is usually 75% of full capacity or something like that in a university course. I'm not going to follow that because we don't really have a full capacity. Technically, I could take as much as I want, but there is going to be a number that I'll have to determine when to, once I reach that number, when to actually release, announce this is the date we're going to actually begin. But I'm hoping soon. I'm hoping, when would you guys, if like, in a month, in a week or two? Yeah, there's no more content between 16 and 8 weeks. It's just the speed. It's slower. And I think that'd be more manageable for you. I don't think you're going to have a hard time with that at all. So I think I'm going to go towards the 16. So the next thing is just determine when are we going to launch it. I'm going to get some feedback, when everybody be ready, and how many people are willing to actually sign up. And then I'll give you the date. Sound good? Alright guys, if there's no other questions, let's check to see if anybody sent a super chat in, and because I don't want to leave without giving a shout out if somebody did or had a question through a super chat donation. If not, I bid you farewell for this evening. Thank you for your support. Please keep me in your prayers and Patristic Faith. And we'll be announcing a lot more things too. We're already starting to plan and start to put together our thoughts and working with the clergy and His Grace Bishop Maxim to plan for the 2024 Orthodox Montanica Conference and the theme and all the details. So we got to start this early because it just gets better and better and bigger and bigger, which means you have to start earlier and earlier in kind of your planning. But we hope soon to give you some exciting news and announcements on that and who this year's, or the 2024 year's guest speakers and keynote speaker will be. So keep that in your prayers. Okay, God bless, guys. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. And thanks again for your support. And if you haven't, please subscribe, like the video, share it, leave a comment for the algorithm. And until next time, God bless.